This isn't where I parked my car. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the third match of this current week, and we're going to jump straight into the action in accordance with the current new format that we're attempting to do this season. And it's not going to have any better production value than the last couple, probably, but I'll be able to give you some commentary, give you some insights on what is going on exactly. So, my opponent placed a crazy huge defense against me. In fact, just you know, 3 Galactic Legends and Malgus in that bottom zone, and then the top zone also has some really good teams. And so this is one of the silly things in the current GAC, folks, is the fact that we can, with set 4, just use Darth Vader to just spam his AoE. Just spam his AoE. Just constantly reduce his own cooldowns. And the idea here, guys, we gotta take out Red Trooper as quick as we can. I don't remember who we took out first there, but the other thing is, though, if everyone's too squishy, we don't get enough damage over times on Sith Eternal. So if we get an ability block on him, that's probably a little bit helpful, but at the end of the day, one other thing that we have to manage here, folks, because we're down to 3 now, and our cooldowns are reduced less. What we have to do, if we kill Sith Eternal first, Talon will just revive him. And so I hate to do this because, frankly, she's, yeah, I don't know, I shouldn't call here. I should just do the AoE on Sith Eternal and kill her. Just take her out. We have to kill her before we kill Sith Eternal, though. That's very important. This is me acknowledging. Like, I'm talking through it, talking to myself through it, because we don't want Talon to just revive him. That would probably be the worst case scenario. Probably. Maybe not. Who knows? But okay, so we take her out. The other problem, though, is once you take out a Sith, then he gets his full everything back. And so we're pretty far away from getting our cooldowns. And so I decided to just do a saber toss and pray, and it was just enough to kill Sith Eternal. And you know, then Dooku died, those dots expired, and we healed our protection, even though we couldn't really see it. So 79 is a good start to it. And we're in the toilet bowl here, folks, for GAC. We had lost our first 2 in pretty, like, somewhat embarrassing fashion, I would say. And we really need to acquit ourselves a little bit better here. So we just want to use troopers here, because frankly I have a lot on defense myself. I have 3 Galactic Legends, including Kenobi and Lord Vader. He has Lord Vader and Kenobi on defense, and so whoever can do it the best here wins. And so we're going to use troopers. And Iden here, you have to remod Iden and Piet so that Iden is faster than Piet, but then she can cleanse. And if you do everything right with Watt, him handing buffs to you, giving you a turn meter, you can actually make this work. And so, eighth brother can be extremely fast, but this one is just not fast enough. However, we did kind of dodge a bullet in the sense that he took a turn, but we had already ability blocked him. It was 55% chance to ability block him, to proc that ability block, and it actually worked. And if not, then Maul would have just killed our whole team. And so this is the really sketchy part, folks. Can we get through Relic 9 Lord Vader? We only have 3 stacks on Dark Trooper. Only 3 stacks, and Lord Vader has the Datacron that makes all damage done to him significantly reduced. So we're doing all these moves to help us just cycle the turn meter. We don't have Range Trooper, or we can't use Range Trooper here anyways. To be able to do any of this, we can't fit him in on the squad. All of these characters are basically non-negotiable, except for maybe Watt, depending on the speeds. But alright, we got 63. We can't let someone else take that second turn, though. That's the main thing. Okay, so Look, we can't let him take a turn to trigger Maul's frenzy, is what I'm trying to say. Now, this is a kind of sketchy counter, just because their tank of choice is Mace Windu, which means he can ability block, and we really want to get that armor shred from armor, and then be able to pass the turn from Thrawn to armor. And then armor puts the third stack on, meaning that you can't crit while you are. You can't crit while you're. Well, you have those three, and that means Galactic Legends can't crit either. As opposed to like Link. Link means a character can't crit from Sith Eternal. A Link, that's what it means. However, Galactic Legends are special, and they can still crit him through a link. And so having the Beskar, 3 ingots of Beskar, basically means we're safe for the rest of the round on Sith Eternal. Like, we might drop some banners from all of our friends dying, but we should be safe in terms of being able to, get through this with Sith Eternal. And I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're just biding our time here, and we do have an armor cron that is giving us a huge boost in survivability. The other thing I really like about this specific comp is that we take Sunfac, which Sunfac doesn't start with a pre-taunt or anything, but Sith Eternal's fast enough that you can call the mass assist, and when you call the mass assist, the link, I apologize, you use the link, then it forces all tanks to taunt, and that means that Sunfac gets to taunt, and that means that they have to get through 2 layers of defense in order to stop the train. With Watt with just Thrawn and armor here, Watt isn't here to dispel any of that. It can get a little dicey, but as long as you have your Thrawn modded for 1 speed behind armor, you should be safe, and I indeed was. It was very fancy of me. And now it's just taking forever. That we have 50 seconds left. And I put it on auto, and I was like, oh gosh, we really don't have time for another linking from auto. But, we got 30 seconds left, folks. Is he going to heal himself all the way? No, not at all. Got a 59, so we dropped 6 banners. And now all we've got is Malgus. This is a pretty poison bottom zone. The top zone is not much better. A little bit. I mean, it is significantly better because it doesn't have all the GLs, but all the teams up top are also fairly rough. So what we're doing here is this weird bastardized version of Supreme Leader Kylo with, we have crew there so that he can accumulate damage. But also, we have Telzin here, and then we have the Telzin Datacron, which is kind of random, but it just means that she resets her cooldowns every time she goes. And, the Night Sisters have added benefits and everything. I guess they're more squishy, which is also nice, because we want them to kill Zombie every single time that they hit her, because then she just gets rid of all of her debuffs, and is instead able to re-taunt with with advantage. So the question is, should I do the poke here, get a few more stacks of whatever it's called, siphon, or should I do something else? Should I let it slip? And the answer is we just do our ult and hope for the best. I mean, crew's gone. Hopefully old Daka doesn't die soon. We really want to keep her alive. So I was debating, should we stun here? Should we do the AoE? I opted for life for Daka. I just want her to live, She's been a loyal friend these 6 years and more. Don't want her to die. Also, I need her. I need her help. Damn it all. Don't die, Daka. Alright, we got rid of Malak. Now we've got Marauder, which we may as well hit Marauder for a little bit until Kylo's able to just kind of ramp up. Okay, he got his ult again. And you'll note that we did revive crew again. I was like, oh, this is sweet. We might just be able to pull this off. Like, we might be able to get full banners. Or maybe not full banners, but we might be able to get quite a few banners back. So we even killed Marauder. Full team is here. They're active. I know crew has the taunt, but man, I thought he was going to be safe from one more hit from Malgus. Though Malgus got another hit, he probably would have killed crew with that one. It's kind of a jerk. Are you guys excited to actually face Darth Malgus that doesn't have the Datacron? I'm kind of excited for that. I want to see how he actually works. So that was actually not a terrible front zone to be able to take out for what we did. We used off metas pretty well there, I think. In the back, there's no Galactic Legends or anything. So up top, he's got a really thick General Skywalker. And, you know, they have a ton of... I think this one doesn't have a lot of dodge. It has a ton of armor penetration on it, which means they're going to do a huge amount of damage when they get a turn. And so, all right, we sat him down, and now we've got to try to just take out the whole team if we can before he stands back up. You guys know how you know the drill. At this point, you do know the drill. So, do I do the AoE here just to get some extra damage on these guys or not? And I ended up, yes, opting for it. I don't know if that was the wisest, because ARC Trooper could have shot me back and etc. But it worked out until we didn't kill Echo. 3PO's like, I got nothing. All right, switch stances with Luke just so that it's a non-contact sit-down of Darth Vader, and then we can do a basic, stun him, and take him out. All right. Well done, Luke and company. It's been... that counter is... a tale as old as time. Now, my Mara Jade was faster than their Mara Jade, which leaves us open to do all sorts of silly things. So I opened with a couple different shock and stagger bombs, and if you can land those immediately on most of those characters and get a bonus turn, or get enough turn meter that you get another turn, you should be golden. At some point early on, you want to do the other AoE on her, which gives tenacity down to everyone so that you can land all of your stuff pretty quickly. And yeah, look at that, we already took out Palpy. Visas is not doing super great either, it looks like. Goodbye to Visas. And now, I mean, with the cooldown reduction cron, again, just spamming those stagger bombs. It's just so silly, man. Shock and stagger together. I mean, it's good anyways, right? I mean, Mara has those regardless of if the Datacron is here, but it's even more ludicrous with the cooldown reduction so that we can just spam it. Alright, Max Banner's there. The rest of those bystanders were like, whoa, that's cool. So people asked me why I would even bother taking my Starkiller with them, and the answer is speed. You need that speed. He gives Mara Jade 70 speed, and if that doesn't happen, then they're going to get the turn meter train, and they're going to run a train on you. Sorry to bring trains into this, folks. Okay, so we're facing this Dash squad, and... okay, so it's just Dash lead, though there are two pre-taunts, and re-taunts, I guess. Like, it's just an annoying comp, guys, and that they're already just like one-shot Poe. Just goodbye. I'm just kicking off. Goodbye to Poe. Goodbye, bud. I barely knew thee. But we're just waiting, biding our time. The idea here, folks, is we want to be able... We're just going to whirlwind things to death. We just got to do whirlwind. Like, the AoE isn't going to do us anything. Maybe we pop the ult just for a respite, just to save ourselves a little bit of a headache for a minute. But otherwise, we're just going to do whirlwinds, because whirlwinds are actually the thing that gets us damage. Now, Vander Chewie doesn't actually have prepared right now, so you could actually take out Dash if we wanted to. I mean, we could take Dash out anyways, but yeah. Okay, we got it. Apparently, Dash didn't have the Omicron. I didn't notice whether or not he did, actually. Yeah, okay, so Vander brought back Queel there, which isn't that cool, if you ask me. It's not that Queel. And we just gotta keep marching through. I mean, once we took out Dash, like, we're good to go. We should be good to go. Doing the whirlwind, though, prevents revives, which is what I was going for. Alright, we dropped 13 freaking banners. That is a lot of banners, folks. 52. Someone was telling me about how they failed once, and then they got a one-shot on their next one, and on their next attempt on that squad, because they used a Galactic Legend and got a 49, which 49 is pretty dang similar to a 52. Alright, so we're using dash here. I wanted to see how this would work. I hadn't seen it in practice yet, not in 5v5. The idea being they're all going to have a lot of days that are going to be taking a lot of turns, but dash is going to take a concurrent amount of turns, and it's going to be a lot of fun because he does his AoE and everything. So I opted for just the stun and leave on Cara Dune. And then bam, of course, just finished everyone off. That was what we were doing, playing interference for him. And there it is. We cleared the top zone as well. In the back, he's got Executor and Profundity and Malevolence. So that's pretty cool of him. Good for him. And now... Alright, Mon Mothma against Adrad can work pretty nicely. You guys saw in my last video, I tried to use Grievous against Adrad just to see what would happen, because I've seen it at a lower level. Like my alt, I think, has done it before. I've done it for someone else on their account, or something like that. I've seen it. It works, but against, like, kind of bad Admiral Radice teams, you know? Like, this is the top of the top. This is, you know, maybe not the top of the top, but, I mean, we're a top 50. My opponent is a top 50 opponent. He's he knows his business, and you know, Relic 9 on Radice. I mean, it looks like maybe he doesn't have his Omicron actually. Looking at this, I thought he did though. I don't know if you can tell by looking. It seems like you can though. Anyways, kill Admiral Radice, then you kill Jin, and then it's open season. May as well try to take out Biston so that he's not going to reset my cooldowns or anything. I mean, steal my turn meter. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very tired. I'm giving up sleep here. So I have a business trip tomorrow. I need to have content for you guys to watch on, what, Thursday, I believe. So, alright, we've got Sortie here. I've got this Jedi Raven team, and the idea being we should be able to just take this team out fairly easily. I mean, okay, we almost got rid of their spare parts, which is nice, so they revive instantly. And BB-8's taunting sometimes, which we don't necessarily want. We want to just take out full characters if we can. And, alright. Yeah, let's just keep going, I guess. I mean, this is well in hand. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is avoid BB-8 being able to hit me back. I really don't want him to hit me back, because yeah, see, we got into that dual weird synergy where he and R2 go and, you know, stun old Ben multiple times, which, did anyone bother to ask if old Ben wanted that? I don't know. I doubt it. BB-8's not that considerate of a person. Inconsiderate lout, if you ask me. Alright, what else do we got? We've got, oh yeah, bounty hunters against their bounty hunters, except I didn't even have to check speeds, because even though Jango makes him plus 30 speed, my Zam makes me like 80 speed or something like that. And so we need to get our contract, but under Aura Lead, it's fairly easy. Though the problem is that everyone's dying so fast that we're not getting it in one volley. And yeah, okay. So I know Jango's like, I'm gonna do my best to get rid of your banners. I'm like, I'm gonna do my level best to shoot your nest. So I did. 65. Nailed it. Now we have fleets, which I wasn't looking forward to. He plays both, which is the one combination I was like, I don't know how to beat this. I'm not sure. So we're gonna use Profundity against his Executor build here. And I think if I was wise, I would have done the Profundity mirror match to get a kind of quote-unquote guaranteed-ish win, even if it's ugly banners. And then We could have zerged down that Executor if we needed to. But one way or another, I mean, we should... we're using profundity here. It's easy enough. And I really like to not call reinforcements on this if I can. It tends to be pretty easy, actually, to go without something. I'm tired, folks. I'm so sleepy. Really way past my bedtime, but gotta do this, folks. Gotta do it. There we go. There it is. That's how you do it, son. Alright. 76. 76, good to go. You know, I only brought one reinforcement, just in case. Now, I went into this fight, I forgot to take Spy as a starter, which that is apparently very, very important for if we want to use Malevolence. Remember, this is still only a 4-star profundity, but at the end of the day, one thing I thought was funny, folks, is my opponent actually didn't have Jabba either. The only 2 people in our whole group that didn't have Jabba, myself and my opponent, and we ended up in the toilet bowl, so that's a little bit embarrassing. But I mean, it's just tough, man. I don't know how you beat him. Like, he's a tough guy to figure out. So, anyways, this is maybe the most frustrating fight of the entire week because I'm trying to kill his Y-wing, and I just can't, man. Even when Spy came in, tried to focus down, and you know, we had buzz droids, had everything, and yeah, Y-wing was just fine. And they have so much regeneration on it. Man, so frustrating, so ludicrous, man. Hyena bombers just the thing that sucks is they kept letting me think that maybe I was gonna survive until Hyena bomber died, and then of course we just died. I decided to bring in my Ebon Hawk just out of spite, take out as many of their buffs as I can. I'm like, if I can't kill ships, at least I can kill their buffs. Oh, I found sounds so pathetic, folks. I almost got to our ult here, but I mean, not quite. Goodbye. Oh, we got 2 banners. Look at us. All right, and here we are with, I decided I wasn't going to tilt. I wasn't going to just throw my negotiator at it as well. I did try a finalizer attack that apparently I didn't record or something. It's not on my video, but the negotiator, or the finalizer attack didn't work either. But right now, we're just trying to get as good a banners as we can with negotiators. So that means focusing down the Hyena bomber first and then killing that other ship. And look at that, we are super fancy. And yeah, let's see if I can pause it right in time now. Not quite. Let's see, can I do it? Looks like no. Alright, well, so be it. The end result, folks, and I'm sorry, I next time I will have screenshots. I'm making 4 videos tonight before I go off on my business trip, which means not much time at all, and I realize that the production value is not the greatest, but I did want to see how it would be if I could just release these videos without any actual fluff at the start or not much at the end. So let me know what your thoughts are. If this was too little information, I want to try other formats to be able to show you guys like the defenses on the same pane as while I'm attacking, so you guys can look at that and, you know, see what's going on a little bit more. We'll see how that ends up, but one way or another, I guess I'll tell you the results if you want. We could do like a cool transition and tell you them, but instead I'll just say my opponent attacked pretty soon after I was done, and they failed 3 times on Lord Vader. They failed once on Jedi Master Kenobi. Killed a couple teams, like my Qui-Gon team and General Skywalker team on the south, and then failed once on Malgus and stopped Malgus up top. So they attacked, they had 2 successful attacks, and then couldn't kill Lord Vader, couldn't kill Kenobi, and couldn't kill Malgus, and that was all she wrote. So my opponent didn't clear a single zone. I couldn't clear ship zones, which I thought I had lost. So, barely won. I think I'm number 59 on the leaderboard right now, so just outside of the top 50, and hopefully I'm able to make it back in. We'll have to find out, folks. By the time this is published, I'll have probably fought another GAC match, in fact. But hopefully this has gotten us mostly caught up, and yeah, you guys can see the state of the game with the silly Darth Vader Thrawn just melting things. It's very silly. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Let me know what you think.